morning, welcome back to my channel. So for this week's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my current everyday makeup routine, which is just consisted of a few new makeup products that I have been playing around with. Most of you guys already know my makeup routine is pretty simple and straightforward. You already know. Same old, but just new products. So not only that, I also wanted to show you guys some of my current favorite music from my playlist. My music playlist is kind of everywhere, but I love it. so we're basically just gonna be listening to some music while I do my makeup, and we'll just kind of chit chat along the way. So yeah, with that, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Somebody to find me, somebody to know. Okay. Every time I hear that song, it reminds me of the movie Ella Enchanted. I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie. I watched it so much as a kid. One of my favorites. As far as prepping the skin, I kind of already prepped it. I did add my toner, serum, and exfoliated and all of that stuff. If you guys want to see like a whole skincare routine, let me know. I'll be more than happy to do that for you guys. The only two steps I haven't put on yet were my moisturizer and my sunscreen. These are the two I use. This is by Make Prem. This only has 12 ingredients and has a pH of a 5.5, which is super great because my skin is very dry and dehydrated. So this is the one I've been currently using. When I tell you, I don't even have words to describe this product because it is seriously one of the best moisturizers I've ever used. It's so, like, literally, you know how like throughout the day when you put a moisturizer on or anything, like you kind of feel it slowly but surely just slip away and not, I guess, keep you hydrated throughout the day. But this thing, I'm telling you, this along with my skincare routine, honestly, I feel just is amazing. Like my skin has never felt, I guess, balanced in a way of like a good hydration and plus yet looking dewy and fresh, which I always love. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little bit of this and I literally just put, I feel like I don't even need a lot. Before I used to put a good amount because I just loved the way like my skin just felt super hydrated, but you really only need a little bit. And then I like to blend that into my skin just like so. And then I also bring it down to my neck. Next, I'm gonna be going in with some sunscreen. Now, sunscreen is so important. I don't know why I never used to wear sunscreen when I was younger. I think I would only wear it typically when I would just go to the beach, and that was pretty much it. Oh, and when I would go in the pool, but for the most part, like year round, I never really wore it. And I was like, what the heck? Like, why have I never wore sunscreen? This one right here is one of my favorites. It has an SPF of 50 and right here, and it's by this brand, and I really like it. I do feel like I'd have to kind of blend it in a little bit more, but I really don't mind. I take 2 fingers and I apply this all over my skin. I used to only put like literally a dot, but I know now that like I should be putting a lot more for it to be like working effectively. So I just go ahead and take that and then I blend that into my skin. And I've even noticed too with like sunscreen that my skin just looks a lot more like brighter, especially where I have like a little bit of like my acne scars. I feel like that really just kind of evened them out as well. You know how like some sunscreens have, it leaves like a cast or something? At first I thought this was like the type of sunscreen that does it, but literally, as you can see, like the more you kind of work it in, it blends into your skin beautifully and gives you still like that beautiful glow. So yeah, I really like this one. This next song, I had to incorporate it. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you already know that I love the band called Wallows, and I just love their music so much. I actually had the chance to meet them. This was like, I think 2 years ago now, and I not only met one of my favorite bands, but I also met one of a dear friend of mine, Isabella, and she is the sweetest person ever. Just in general, the whole trip to San Fran like 2 years ago was so much fun. Or maybe it was 3 years ago. No, I think it was 2 years ago. I don't even know. It's been a long time. And then I also saw Wallows here in LA, and it was amazing. I went with my cousins and it was just, oh my gosh, I love them. This song right here is called Quarterback and it's by Wallows. You call my number, I'm not sure if he's coming over. All the wrong shit. if you've never heard of Wallows, give them a listen. They have some really dope music. The first thing I ended up doing was actually doing my eyebrows, and this is called the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freezer Styling Wax. And this thing works so good. So it just looks, oh my gosh, it's dirty, sorry. This is how the product looks, and you open it up and it has the gel right here. I really like this product. For me, I have pretty thick brows, so a lot of the times when I use like either like a styling gel, sometimes it holds, sometimes it doesn't. For the most part, I give it maybe like a 7 out of 10. This definitely holds a lot better than the I forgot which one I was using prior before that, but it was something like the Got To Be brow gel or something like that. It worked really good, but I just felt like my hairs just felt very like almost like como pegado, so I guess almost like stiff. This one doesn't really feel like that, which I do like, but the hold of the other one was definitely better. Still kind of just messing around with some stuff. I used to use the soap brows. I don't know, I'm just kind of playing around with it. So yeah, and then I use, this is my go-to brush, guys. This is the e.l.f. Lash and Brow Wand. This one is $1. All I do is bend the brush like this, basically just push the brow up like so, like this, and then I kind of just let them sit for a little bit, and then kind of like towards like the middle to the end of my makeup routine, I go back to my brows. But I am going to be going in with this right here. This is the Urban Decay Brow Blade. It's a double-sided, so this one is the pen side right here, and then this is the actual like brow pencil. So I kind of go back and forth in between. I think today, I'm gonna go ahead and use the pen side, and all I like to do is just basically create like little lines and to make my eyebrows look a little bit more fuller towards the ends. So oops, my bad. Yeah, and then I like to just kind of go in the middle, just do a little there, and then the next thing I like to do is start off with my face makeup. So I like to use, this is the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer, Illuminating Primer, and I really love her whole brand, and just like her whole collection is just really nice. I just take a little bit of this. Hey baby, won't you look my way? I didn't talk too much. It started with a whisper. Okay, next up we have my foundation. Now, I normally don't even wear foundation. I normally go for a tinted moisturizer, but I recently just ran out of my favorite tinted moisturizer, which is the, I used to use it back in the day, man. It was my go-to one. I believe they reformulated it because it's a little bit of a different consistency now, but it used to be the Covergirl tinted moisturizer, and it came in like a little squeezy bottle. I'm gonna see if I can put a picture right here of what I'm talking about, but that's my go-to one every time during the summer. Or I used to also use the First Aid Beauty. It was like a little droplet thing. I'll put it right here as well. Those are like the main two I used to use, but I heard about this, and this is the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. So I've been using it for these past couple days and got this in the shade 18.5Y, and it's definitely dewy and super buildable. Also for concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and take this one right here. This is by Kosas. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Kosas or Kosas, one of the two. This is in the shade 3.5. This is their concealer right here. If you're looking for a concealer that's very super hydrated and just has really good formula, I put it on my eyelids the other day and they did crease a little bit, but as far as like my under eye area, it pretty much stays intact. So I'm gonna put these two bad boys on while we put the next song. Nope. Didn't think so. How you doing, young lady? Promiscuous girl. Whatever you are. Want you on my team. So does everybody else. Hey. My thing, I'll flip it and reverse it. Okay. Now I'm gonna move on to bronzer. So I'm gonna be going ahead and taking the Tower 28. This is their bronzer in the shade West Coast. It is a cream bronzer. I'm taking this on the Rare Beauty foundation brush. I actually saw this video the other day where someone had said to put the bronzer like a little bit higher up. I think I'm gonna try that today, so let's see. I'm gonna put it like right about right here. I don't really know what it does, but I just heard that someone said it kind of like does, I don't know. I use a lot of cream products most of the time, but I've never really used cream bronzer, so I don't really know if I'm doing this correctly or not, but for the most part, it looks pretty fine, I think. Yeah. So for blush and highlight, I'm gonna be using Tower 28's Cream Blush. This is in the shade Golden Hour. This one's more of like a peachy coral. For the most part, this blush itself is super pigmented, and I like to go in with a light hand first and then kind of like, yeah, that's okay. So I'm gonna go in like right about right here. I like to bring it kind of in right here and then around my cheek, and then I bring it around my nose. So I just finished putting the blush on, and the next thing I'm taking is another Tower 28 thing. If you guys couldn't tell, I'm a fan of Tower 28, but this right here is their Super Dew in the color No Shade, and it just gives the skin like a really beautiful dewy sheen. On top of that, I'm gonna be using this highlighter right here, which is one of my favorites. I've been using this for I think a little bit over like 6 months already, and this is by Melt Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Golden Aura. This is literally one of my favorite highlighters right here, and it leaves the skin like very like of a natural finish. I don't want another pretty face. I don't want just anyone hold what I want to chase. Put your hands up, you know what I want to hold. Take it away. I want you and your. I don't want another pretty face. Hey, we're smashing mics in karaoke bar. Dude, Nessa? Tell me where you are. Shopping on Rolex, now you on Sunset, looking for your next. If they don't give you good love, good love. My cream products are basically already on. I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of blend out. Okay, so this is kind of what I was saying with the concealer. On my eyelid right here, it does tend to crease, but then around right here on my under eyes, it doesn't. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just set my eyes now. I'm gonna be using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Powder in the shade number 2 Medium. Taking a little bit of that, and then just to set my under eyes. And then I'm also gonna kind of setting the areas where I know I tend to crease. For eyeshadow, I keep it pretty simple. I only use like 2 or maybe 1 main color. It's either just like a brown or just like a shimmery brown. But I just used this the other day and I really liked it. So this is the Rare Beauty Liquid Eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Nearly Neutral, and it just looks like this. To blend everything for the eyeshadow, I'm just gonna be using the Rare Beauty eyeshadow brush. One thing I learned about this product is I only like to do it at 1 lid at a time. I did it the other day where I did both at the exact same time, so you kind of want to work quickly with this product. At least from my experience, that's kind of how it's been. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other eyelid.
The world is so small till it ain't. Wanna get a mansion, a jacuzzi, a theater to watch my movies. Be in love with a rock star, rock star. Honey, I need you.
So this is basically the finished face makeup. The only things I have left are just lips, mascara, and setting spray. So for mascara, I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. This mascara is amazing. It gives such great length. I believe I picked this up from Target, and then I kind of also mix it in with the Benefit They're Real. This one kind of gives it more like volume. I know there's one from Maybelline that's really good that kind of everyone's talking about currently. I haven't tried it yet. I kind of forgot what the name of it is, but yeah, I've heard that one's pretty good too. I'm gonna go ahead and mix these two.
Hey, can you hear the moon howling down at you?
So I just put on my mascara, and lastly all I'm gonna do is put some setting spray and some lip gloss. This one right here is by Rare Beauty, and then for lip gloss I'm gonna be going ahead and taking, this is Fenty Beauty's lip gloss in the color Honey Waffles. This one is so pretty. I really like the color of this lip gloss. I'm not really used to wearing lip products. I normally just go ahead and stick with some chapstick, or I just put some lip gloss on. These last songs, oh my gosh. I love this song. Yo no sé mañana, yo no sé mañana si estaremos juntos. Okay, so I just finished putting my makeup on. My camera is literally flashing. I don't know how long I have. I have a feeling my cameras are literally gonna shut off in any second, but this is basically the end of this chit chat. Get ready with me and listening to my music. I hope you guys did enjoy. I will have like my Spotify playlist down below for you guys, as well as like all the makeup I used today and Instagram and all that stuff. But as always guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this week's video. If you guys did, do not forget to give it a big schniggy. And as always guys, be your own kind of beautiful and spread peace, love, and positivity. And I will see you guys with beautiful faces next week. Bye.